How's it going, everyone? It's me, Hokyoku, and today we've got some information about the two new character cards actually coming to Genshin Impact in Update 3.4. So the two new characters that are going to be added are going to be Beidou and Klee, and now what you're seeing on the screen right now is actually Beidou's kit. Keep in mind this could actually change quite a bit before release. Beidou seems to be kind of a mix between like a main DPS kind of card and also like a support burst kind of card. As for what the character Beidou does, she has an elemental skill that is based on the Tide Color skill, and so this has like a two halves, kind of similar to how Keqing's skill has two halves. So the first time you cast this, I'm pretty sure it goes into this stance, which then prepares this Tide Color Surf Embrace, so the next time the character acts, it will immediately use the skill Wave Strider. While prepared, the skill grants 2 shield points to the character to which it is attached. And when the character uses Wave Strider, if the shield provided by the status has block damage, you deal +1 damage. So I think this can actually stack up to twice, which would make sense considering that that's what kind of Beidou does, where it like has 2 layers of stacking. And yeah, Wave Strider deals 2 electro damage, but I think you can get the +1, +2 or whatever based on how many times you've gotten hit. And I think you can actually hold on to this quite a bit, like if you swapped characters or something. I don't know if that will keep the shield up. I don't think it has to be specifically Beidou, but I'm pretty sure if you swap back to Beidou and use her skills, she would have the maximum charge, something like that. That's merely just speculation though, and I'm not sure exactly how this will work. And then her other half of her kit, her Elemental Burst, it costs 4 energy and it has 2 charges. So 2 charges is pretty good. You can get that up pretty easily with doing like an E and then a normal attack, something like that. You could get up those 2 charges, which I think if you cast her E first, and then block like a hit from an enemy, then you would actually have the plus damage on your Wave Strider. And then you'd be able to do a normal attack to actually activate that and release that damage with a normal attack as well as her elemental skill hit. But yeah, it costs 4 energy and deals 4 electro damage on hits, so that's actually a pretty high amount of damage. Nice to see that amount of damage. This also creates 1 Thunder Beast charge, and so basically what that does is after your character uses a normal attack, you deal 1 electro damage. And when your character receives at least 3 damage, it decreases the damage taken by 1. So this lasts 2 rounds, so if you are taking over 3 damage from like elemental skills or something, or like, yeah, you would, if you would get hit with an elemental skill from an enemy, you would basically only take 2 damage instead of 3. So this is actually pretty good, especially for 2 burst costs. I think this is going to be pretty useful if you are going for like more normal attacking characters. I might actually use this with my Aggravate Keqing build, because then I don't even have to like make sure my Keqing has like infusion and stuff to actually trigger Aggravate with like Klee and stuff. Could be pretty interesting. And now getting into Klee. So Klee, she is a Catalyst character, so her normal attacks only deal 1 pyro damage, but she actually has stuff mixed in with her elemental skill that can give her some extra like damage, which basically is called a charge attack. So her elemental skill deals 3 pyro damage, and then the character also gains Explosive Spark. And so when the character to which this is attached uses a charge attack, spend 1 less pyro dice and deals +1 damage. Basically you use 1 less pyro dice, which basically means that if you do a normal attack, it's not going to cost you any pyro dice at all. It's just going to cost you 2 colorless. This thing about Klee's charge attack is when the total number of your elemental dice is even, the normal attack to use will be considered a charge attack. So yeah, if you would normally do this, you can't do her charge attack without this damage reducing thing on the pyro dice. What this makes me think also is that if you could attach like Crimson Woods of Flames artifact set to her, you would actually be able to use charge attacks normally, but it would just be considered charge attacks like every single time. You could potentially do like 2 charge attacks in a round, considering that if you pop an Explosive Spark like a round before, you hop into Klee and then use like a charge attack because you are getting that damage reduction from the Explosive Spark, and then you have her artifact set on her, which makes her normal attacks go back down to 2 energy again. That will be in turn allow you to do like another charge attack. I still think the thing is that like that charge attack won't be damage boosted because you don't have an Explosive Spark, which makes sense, so it'll just probably do 1 damage anyway. After this card's effect is triggered, 1 usage of it will be consumed. This card will be discarded immediately once it has 0 usages remaining. So alternatively, what you could end up doing is using like 2 elemental skills the round before and get like 2 Explosive Sparks potentially. That might not actually be possible, just considering how some of these cards work and how the card game works, but it would be interesting to see if that is even possible to do and get like a 2 charge attack round, 2 elemental skill round, and just kind of cycle that with your Klee. Could be interesting. Then lastly, the elemental burst, it costs 3 energy and 3 pyro dice. So it deals 3 pyro damage on a cast and creates 1 sparks and splash at the opponent's play area. And so what Sparks and Splash does, after your character uses a skill, it deals 2 pyro damage to your active character. So what this I think means is that whenever your active character is going to use a skill, it's going to deal Sparks and Splash damage to the enemy, which is how I'm pretty sure that Klee's normal Sparks and Splash works. So that's basically Klee's kit. But yeah, anyway, that's it for the new character cards. Let me know if you guys liked it down in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe. I am trying to get to 13,000 subscribers, so any subscribe would really help me out a lot. And also remember to follow me on Twitch. I stream over there quite often, and I am going to actually be streaming over there later tonight, probably. But anyway, it's from me, Arctic. I'll see you all in the next one. Farewell.